Hey everyone, this is Mr. D coming at you. This is a video that concerns first graders and advanced kindergartners. This is the uh, Unit B and lesson number 12. At the very end of the unit, we notice a lot of people are getting stuck here. So I'm creating this video to help you get through it and to show you what it's actually looking for. There are some confusing parts about it, and there's some really cool parts about it, but I want to show that all to you. So in the description below, if you want help on a specific part or a specific lesson, all you have to do is look at the timestamp and you will see it there and just go to that timestamp. Otherwise, you could drag over the timeline and you'll be able to see that I actually put like a unit or a lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Okay, so take a look at this and I will solve all these problems. Okay, see you later. Okay, everyone. This is going to be Course B, Lesson 12, A Royal Battle with Events. Um, Not so bad on this one. If you got through Course A with Jorge, it's mostly the same type of thing. If you happen to get to this point of this video and you are in Course A, then you might want to watch anyway because a lot of the things I'm going to talk about here are exactly the same. All right. Now there's going to be two parts to this. I'm going to show you the pieces and then I'm going to take you right through all of lesson 12. Okay, and showing you the different nuances that we have. All right, now the first thing is it says that we're going to create a story. Okay, actually let's go back up a little bit. Let's go backwards to lesson 11, the big event. Now here he kind of talks to you about the event block, but he doesn't necessarily explain it very well. And the problem with that is it creates a lot of confusion later. Okay, but we're going to talk about events mostly. All right, so on lesson 12, it says create a story. Unfortunately, throughout all of this, you're really not going to be creating any kind of story whatsoever. So really, if you don't want to watch this, I'm going to forgive that. It's probably the only one that I would say that in this whole series. This is a great series, but that one doesn't work. All right, now number 2, the free play. I'm going to open up free play here for just a second. And the reason why is because the blocks are going to be there, and I want to show you some characteristics of the event block. Okay, and you can combine event blocks. And if you notice, it says this game is called Play Lab. See if you can figure out what each block does. Well, we're not going to figure it out. I'm going to tell you exactly what they do. Okay, now the first thing I want you to notice is I'm going to bring down a couple of these other blocks. And you'll notice that there's a little divot and they're going to click right into the when run. Do you hear that? Okay, that means these will click to each other or they'll click to when run. So just like before, you have a series of things you want to have happen. You put this, click it, then it does that, then it does that, then it does that, then it does that. And that's fine. You've been doing that now for 10 entire lessons. But there's a problem with that. The problem is sometimes the computer has to wait for you to do something, okay? And therein lies this green button, okay? Now, if you notice on this green button, it's flat across the top and it will not plug into when run. And the reason why that is because events have two parts to them. It's called if then. Okay, so if I do something, then something on the screen is going to happen. All right, so all these green blocks will not attach to each other because it's waiting for a response from you. That's different than these over here. These ones over here, you tell it what to do, it does it. Okay, and that's fine. But when we have the blocks here, events, when the character, this one here is when the characters collide, and you can choose the characters. It doesn't matter how you put them in there or what order. When they collide, they collide. Okay, over here has a when button. This arrow is an up arrow. So when you press the up arrow, or the right arrow, or down arrow, or the left arrow. And over here, when you click on a character, okay, in this case we have 3 characters in this group. If you click on any one of them, then something's going to happen. But that's the other part of it. When I click on this, something happens. For instance, when I click on the up arrow, I want my knight to move up. It has to have both parts. Okay, events cannot live in and amongst themselves. So when these things collide, well, what happens? Well, it's whatever you tell it to. You could change the mood if you want to. Yep, you can change the mood. You could, let's see, we could even set the background to something else when they collide. Okay, and make the background something different. It doesn't matter. You have to be able to have both pieces. Now, some things a lot of parents don't understand with these blocks is that you could bring over multiple blocks. Say I want to program all four of them. Well, then I'm going to bring over all four blocks, and I'm just going to change them accordingly if I want to. Okay, so you could bring over more than one of these blocks. It doesn't matter how many times you use them. Same thing with this one. When you click on the bird. But what about the robot? What about the night? If you click on any one of them, you want something to happen. So if I want the night to say hi there when I click on them, then I bring over say hi there, but I have to have the night. See how they're congruent? They're both the same. And that's going to happen too up here with your directional arrows. Directional arrows are going to do the same thing. When I press up, I want them to move up. But what if I put it on the down? Well, what's going to happen is when you hit the down arrow, he's going to move up. So you really want them to match to make it clear. All right, that's number 2. So we're not going to play around with it. We're just going to show them to you. Number 3. Now, number 3, this is like a royal battle of events. Well, here's a dragon. Now watch this. It says, have Daisy the dragon say something when you click run. Now, I got to forgive my other ones. I didn't... So when I click run, I want Daisy the dragon to say something. Well, here's when I click run. I move my dragon over, and the dragon says, hi there. So when I click run, this happens. Right in a row, straight down. So I click run, she says, hi there, and away we go. Okay, let's go to number 4. Now, between all these, it's going to save all the coding that I put in there, okay? And that's not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. All right, so let's see what it says. Use an event to make Daisy the dragon switch to a random mood when you click on her. Okay, well, there you go. Here's your event, not on start. That means computer must wait for you to click on her. And until you do, it does nothing. So a lot of people are sitting here clicking on these, click and run, and then they're expecting it to do something. No, you have to have the when. And when people do that, you still got to click on her, and I'll show you. So when I click on her, I want to change. Now, this is like an international symbol for random. You know, like here, let me bring up my my music player. And when I want to play something, I'm going to play it. Here, let's see if it'll go. Okay. And if you notice, I have these two symbols, random, and I have this repeat. Okay, that's all it means. So they're keeping those same ones. All right, so anyway, here we go. We wanted to change to a random mood. All right. Okay, well, let me look at it. Here's our moods. And I'm going to click run. And lo and behold, nothing happens. It's kept the high there, but we have to click the mood. So I click her, and then it happens. Okay, that's what an event block does. Doesn't know what to do. So let's get rid of those. Now it says nighttime. Get the dragon to finish this level. Add an event so the knight moves toward the dragon when the left arrow is clicked. Okay. Add an event to the knight. All right. Well, first thing is we have to click the left arrow. So when I click the left arrow, we want to move the knight to the left. Okay? Well, that's pretty easy. We don't have to do anything else. To set background, none of this stuff. None of it do you need to do. That's all you need. So I click run. Now I could hit the left arrow here or on the keyboard. I'm going to hit it here so you can see. And there he goes. He got the dragon. All right, let's move on to puzzle 6. Okay, puzzle 6. It says, now add an event so the knight runs away from the dragon when you press the right arrow. Well, I'm going to leave my left arrow here. We don't need it, so who cares? So we're going to take our event arrow. It's conveniently on right. We're going to move the knight, who's conveniently on right. Did you notice how these all stay here? Okay, let's keep going. So the knight to the right, no problem. So I click and run. Now you've noticed I have 2 buttons here. So I click to the right, and away I go. Alrighty, number 7. Now we have two movements already. But if I look at this, I'm looking at, I have 4 directions to go. I gotta go down, I gotta go left, I gotta go up, and I gotta go right. Okay? Help your knight get all the flags. To do this, you'll need to add events to help the knight move up, down, left, and right. Well, okay. We know we need 2 more events. So let's get our events for when we want to move. Doesn't say when we click the dragon. Doesn't say when they collide. You could do those later if you want. But we have left and right, so I need up and I need down. Now to program this, you also have to move the knight. Now be careful. Be careful. A lot of the kids do this at school. They'll be clicking around because they get a little bit confused. And what they'll do is they'll actually change the character inside of here to say the dragon. Like, why I want to move? Well, that's why. Okay, so if we want to go down, we go down. Change it. Now all my directions match. Down, up, right, and left. So I go ahead and I play the game. So I go down, he collects it. I go to the left, he collects it. I go up, and then I go right, he collects it. Done. Let's go to puzzle 8. Now you notice all those things are still there, but now we have 2 more things to do. We're going to set the knight to vanish when he runs into the dragon. When he runs into the dragon is the key. So when they run in together is a event. And we're going to make the knight vanish. Let's find a vanish button in here. I'm going to look down, look down, look down. There it is. Vanish. And if you notice, it says the knight vanishes. Okay. Let's see what else it says. Play a sound when they collide to make it feel more real. Okay. Well, we have a play sound button here. Now you could leave the slap, but I'm going to change it to crunch just because it's fun. And that's the extent of what I have to do. Visit all the goals that run into the dragon to pass the level. Okay. Here we go. Let's run it. So I go down. He gets that one. He gets that one. Now remember, you have to get all of them. But I'm still not there. I have to hit the dragon. So I have to go after and try to see if I can hit him. Okay, well, that wasn't very good. Let me see. And go down. Uh-oh. Something's not quite right. Let me see. When these 2 hit the vanish, we have all the goals. I think it just took too long. Let's try it again. So we're going to run the program, and I'm going to go over and hit him a little bit faster this time. And now we're going to go hit this dragon. Let me see if I can get him. There. So yeah, it was just a matter of time. If you have that problem, don't worry about it. Alright, last but not least, the last one. Now use your imagination. What can you do to make this game more fun? Well, let's move some of this out of the way. What if I want to set the background different? I saw some other people doing this. So let's put it on this background. So when we start, it goes to that background. What if we keep a score? We could do that. We could totally do that. Let me see. Alright, so let's play it. Now it changes my background just the way I wanted it. It goes up. And we're keeping score. Okay, whatever it is you want to do is fine. But ladies and gentlemen, that's really the gist of going through all this. Not too hard. Don't make it too difficult on yourselves. And certainly, if you have questions or get frustrated with it, email me, Zoom me, call me here at school. I don't care. Whichever way you want to do it, and it's fine with me. And I'll be happy to help you through it. Hope this helps, and you guys have a great night. Take it easy.